280 kilometers of fences and barbed wire. In Latvia, they showcased fortified borderlines with Russia. Everything was filmed from a bird's-eye view using drones. This is one of the largest infrastructure projects in the field of national security. Construction lasted for several years, and the last sections were completed literally this month. The project budget is 166 million euros. The situation was especially challenging in the marshy areas. There, they had to install the fence practically on pontoons. By the end of next year, the structure will be equipped with infrastructure for patrolling and technical monitoring devices. Also, just in July of last year, Latvia completed 145 kilometers of barrier zone on the border with Belarus. Additionally, the Latvian government is considering the possibility of completely dismantling sections of railway tracks leading to the aggressor countries and mining the borders. Finland, Lithuania, Estonia, and Poland also want to join this initiative. Navalny's anti-corruption foundation appropriated Yanukovych's estate for itself. They have discovered a new Putin palace in annexed Crimea. According to investigators, the luxurious residence is located on Cape Aya and is worth 10 billion rubles. That's more than $127.5 million. Initially, it was being built for the fugitive Ukrainian president, Viktor Yanukovych. However, after the annexation, the property was declared illegal and quickly fell into the hands of Putin's associates. Later, it was rebuilt according to all the standards of the Russian Federal Protective Service. Journalists also gained access to photographs of the secret facility and to detailed architectural plans. According to the documents, the interior is regal and elegant, adorned with gilding. There is a separate spa center with a swimming pool, a cryochamber, a helipad, and a private beach. And most interestingly, there is a private medical center equipped with anesthesia machines, ventilators, ultrasound devices, an electrocardiograph, an X-ray machine, and other equipment. The construction of this palace was financed by Vladimir Kolbin, an oligarch close to Putin. The very same person who provided the funds to pay for the legendary estate of the Kremlin dictator in Gelendzhik. Poland has appealed to the European Commission to launch an investigation into Russian disinformation on TikTok. Warsaw has recently reported the appearance on the social network of several AI-generated videos that are calling for Poland to leave the European Union. Such content is being widely distributed in the Polish language segment of TikTok. In Warsaw, these videos are considered part of a coordinated disinformation campaign and a threat to public order and democracy, not only in Poland, but throughout the entire EU. The Polish government suspects that Russia may be behind the disinformation, since the narratives presented in the videos about weakening Europe play directly into Moscow's hands. Moreover, the language structures used in the videos have a distinctively Russian pattern.
Now it's time for our regular segment, But Why? So why did Putin fire Patrushev?
This man could have become president of Russia after Putin.
Not anymore. Yeah, that's right. Nikolai Patrushev was the Secretary of the Security Council of the Russian Federation for 16 years until May 12, 2024.
The chief security officer of Russia, Putin's loyal friend and simply a hero of Russia.
The question we're discussing today is extremely relevant. But if I may, I'd like to take a somewhat broader look at this topic.
It seemed like everything was going great, and then suddenly, bam, an unexpected resignation. Why? Well,
Because that's just how it is.
no, that's not it at all. It's fun for Putin.
There's a hypothesis. Putin is just the front, while the real strategy is shaped by Patrushev.
Oh, how interesting. And also, Patrushev has known the bunker dwellers since their youth.
He's been Putin's associate since the days of the Leningrad KGB. Patrushev was at the origins of the modern security elite.
Security, that's the key word here. It is precisely a forceful overthrow that Vladimir Putin fears more than anything else in the world. And it is this fear that eats him up from the inside.
A love spell in the Kremlin and Putin's greatest fear, writes the Telegraph. Putin is afraid of losing control over the transfer of power. A scenario similar to the Wagner PMC mutiny in 2023 has become a long-term source of fear within the system. And
rumor has it that Putin was in a panic, fearing that Patrushev could become the new Prigozhin.
Could Patrushev actually work against Putin?
Well, he's always working against Putin. Always. In fact, he never really hid it. And
So unlike Prigozhin, Patrushev would have seen it through to the end. He would have gotten rid of the bunker moth.
Western analysts emphasize that the lack of a successor increases the risks. If the regime starts to collapse, it could trigger an acute political crisis.
That's exactly why the bunker dweller removes Patrushev and makes him his assistant. In other words, he's basically turning Patrushev into a political corpse.
If a fight is inevitable, you have to strike first.
Well, Putin is generally a copy. There's detailed paranoia about this. He's already started suspecting even his most loyal steed. He suspects Lavrov. That's why even that very loyal steed has also fallen out of favor. C'est la vie.
If I had a horse, that would be something. If the horse had me, I'd probably be dead.
He's the elder among the Siloviki and a very dangerous man.
It's a crisis, something needs to be done. Submit these proposals in writing, formulate them. We will review, study, and analyze them to see how they can be used.
He is part of the inner circle of people who have direct access to Putin.
It is absolutely essential to ensure the comprehensive prevention of all criminal encroachments on public safety and well-being, with very special and focused attention to actively preventing acts of sabotage and dangerous terrorist attacks.
A man who holds the entire Kremlin security apparatus in his grip and controls all law enforcement agencies of the Russian Federation.
With the support of the collective West, the neo-Nazi Kiev regime, and rampant Russophobia,
The chief Russian security officer and the main ideological mastermind behind the invasion of Ukraine since 2014.
about 17,000 civilians have been killed in Ukraine by the Kiev authorities. Among them, around 400 were children. More than 32,000 people have been wounded.
He is called both the Grey Cardinal and a possible successor to Putin.
How should we view this?
He and the man in the bunker are not just friends, they are like-minded individuals. Nikolai Patrushev is not an ordinary puppet. He is the puppeteer's right hand, who also pulls the strings of others himself.